Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Riddick's on Marvel with your co-host Sarah.
And your co-host Sean.
Here we go. So we're on for Thor: The Dark World this week.
Lord have mercy on us.
Yep. All right. Do you want to start with the IMDb synopsis of the movie?
Yes. Okay. When the Dark Elves attempt to plunge the universe into darkness, Thor must embark on a perilous and personal journey that will reunite him with Dr. Jane Foster. Ah.
Okay.
What's that mean?
Who knows? So we're going to start off by saying this is maybe not the best Marvel movie.
I would agree.
Yeah. Do you remember like your first time seeing it and all that stuff?
Absolutely not. I'm
No.
sure there was popcorn. I'm sure we had a great time.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's
Nothing
pretty
happens.
This is the thing. It's pretty forgettable. We'll get into it, but basically it's pretty forgettable. Nothing really happens. There's like a couple of bits that happen throughout the movie that you're like, I guess that is some sort of character development or whatever.
Sure.
But really, plot-wise, kind of nothing happens.
Yeah, and nothing really progresses the multiverse.
Yeah.
Or sorry, the cinematic universe, I guess.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So basically, the entire plot of the movie hinges on this dark elf named Malekith wants to use a weapon called the Ether to bring darkness to the entire galaxy.
Yeah.
How does it do that? What does that mean? Does the Ether even do anything? I don't know.
Yep.
And the movie does not care to tell us answers to those questions.
No, and this guy's, he's just kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
Like, he's just grumpy.
This is the thing. He's played by Christopher Eccleston, who is like one of the Doctors Who or whatever.
Oh,
He's
very much appreciate your Doctors Who as
Thank you
well.
very much.
Anyway,
He is a very good actor,
Yeah.
but he's buried under prosthetics and
I
stuff.
would not, now that you've said that he's a Doctor Who,
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, you
But-
can hear the voice now.
Yeah, but up until then, I was like, it's just some guy in a big mask.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the Dark Elves as well. They're just like there's an army of them at one point, and they're just guys in. They look like villains from the Power Rangers.
Yes.
They just look like a load of disposable baddies from the Power Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah, they really wasted Eccleston in that role.
Really did. Yeah.
Jesus.
Massive fumble. Will we get into some details about the movie?
Sure.
Okay, so the movie is directed by Alan Taylor, who I don't really know much of. He did a lot of episodes of Game of Thrones.
Oh.
And you can see that in some of the fight scenes. It's kind of Game of Thronesy.
Yeah.
Without the blood, they obviously had to PG it up for
Yeah, and
Marvel.
the riding. No riding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no incest. Very little incest in these Marvel
How
movies.
disappointing.
Originally, though, the movie was offered to Patty Jenkins to direct.
I've never heard of either of these people. So.
Well, Patty Jenkins read the script and didn't think it was going to be a good movie.
Right.
And she turned down the role and the money and all that kind of stuff because she was like, if a man makes this terrible movie, then it's a terrible movie.
Mm-hmm.
But if a woman makes this terrible movie, then it's women can't direct.
Gotcha.
So she turned it down. She ended up going on to make the Wonder Woman movie.
Yeah.
Which did very well.
Right.
It was a much better film than
Oh,
this.
okay. Yeah.
Despite a lot of things I don't like about that.
Yes.
But yeah.
So it's Patty, like Patty and Selma.
Yes.
Gotcha. Right.
P-A-T-T-Y.
I thought you said Paddy, and I was like, who's Patty Jenkins?
I've got a cold, so I'm mispronouncing all my letters.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, because it is.
It's such a forgettable
Crap.
film.
Yeah.
And like, I love Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
He's so great as Thor, but yeah, this is just, it's not great.
Yeah. Okay, so what do we need to know in order to move on from this film, I guess?
Move on with our lives
Yeah.
forever and never have to watch this film again. Okay, so this film introduces the Ether,
Yes.
which we will later discover is one of the 6 Infinity Stones.
Yes.
Specifically, it's the Reality Stone. In this, it presents as kind of like a red sludge.
Yeah, like a gas or whatever.
Yeah, and it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like at one point, I don't know, it creates a cloud or something. But in this movie, it basically does nothing.
Yeah.
It is total MacGuffin stuff.
Yeah.
But it's introduced, so that's one thing we should remember for the future.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Noted.
Elsewhere in the movie, Thor's mother dies protecting Jane Foster.
Which is very sad.
Yeah, and to her credit, to like that scene's credit and all that, Rene Russo gets a great fight scene. She gets to fight Malekith and she absolutely holds her own and wins the battle. And it's only because his massive henchman comes in and grabs her that she loses. So really cool to see her have a good fight scene.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, she's deadly. Great hair.
Yeah. And she's phenomenal.
Yeah, very shallow of me, but great hair. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Something for the girls.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Loki is freed from prison to help Thor with his plan, but ultimately fakes his own death and then goes and kidnaps Odin and replaces him on the throne, posing as Odin. So that's something that we need to remember for future movies.
Excellent.
And then at the end of the movie, Thor returns to Earth to be with Jane Foster, and that's kind of it. There is that cool scene, actually, where Thor returns to Earth at the end of the movie and Jane Foster runs out onto the balcony and kisses him, but Natalie Portman wasn't available to shoot that scene, so they got Chris Hemsworth's wife to do it.
That's nice.
Yeah, and you can't see her face, obviously, so she just looks like Jane Foster from the back, but that's cool.
Wigs.
Yeah.
Speaking of wigs, that is one of my notes for this film.
Yeah.
Much better wigs.
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth looks way better than he did in Avengers.
Yes.
He actually looks like a human person with a real head of hair.
Yeah.
I appreciate it as a wig, but they actually, I don't know, put money into it this time.
Yeah. I actually, on the Wikipedia page for, I think, this movie, I think they say that he grew out his hair for this.
Ah, okay, because it looks more like that.
Yeah, so I think he maybe did grow out his hair for this one,
Gotcha.
but in future movies, they model the wigs on that hairstyle.
Gotcha.
Because in future movies, he's definitely wearing wigs.
Yeah. Sorry, I remember him having really long hair in real life. That could be a Home and Away throwback or a post Home and Away thing, but I definitely remember like actual photos of him with like a ponytail.
Do you know what I think it was? I think he grew out his hair for this movie and for Snow White and the Huntsman.
Ah,
They came out around the same time, I think.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, much better hair.
Yeah.
He looked
Far superior.
kind of ridiculous in previous movies.
Yeah, no, okay, so I was thankful for that. But yes, that's obviously how they made his wife look like Natalie Portman.
Yeah.
One thing I like about this film is Chris O'Dowd has a little part in it.
Yeah.
Which, you know, repping the Irish.
Yeah.
Good lad.
Yeah, and he's good. He's
Yeah.
good in it. He goes on a little date with Jane Foster.
Yeah. And like, bless him, I feel like he doesn't have much to work with.
No.
Because like, I love Chris O'Dowd. Like in Moon Boy, he's amazing. Obviously in the IT Crowd, he's just elite. Like, he's fantastic. And in this, I'm like, come on, Chris O'Dowd, I love you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You
But
can do it.
he just doesn't have the freedom that he has in these other things that we've seen him in. So, you know, it's like, I'm glad you're there. Shame they couldn't really give you what you're best at.
Yeah.
But still great to see you. Well done.
Yeah. That part kind of probably could have been played by a lot of people.
Yeah.
So they didn't really need his comedy
Yeah,
talent.
his magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great to see him. That's, yeah, nice to see him show up in it.
Yeah.
Another thing about this movie, so in the first movie, the part of Fandral, who is one of the Warriors 3, was played by Josh Dallas. So originally, apparently, they wanted Zachary Levi for that role, but he wasn't available. So they cast Josh Dallas, and when they made this sequel, Josh Dallas wasn't available. He had a clash with something else, so they hired Zachary Levi to replace him. So that's a difference in this movie. I will say, I think Zachary Levi is a bit of a piece of shit. He had, you know, parts in all these movies where he played a superhero and stuff, but ended up going out and giving his support for the presidential election to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And became like an anti-vaxxer and stuff.
Yeah.
I think there was something like he claimed or like implied that a former castmate of his who died of cancer had actually died because of the COVID vaccine.
Yes, who is Gavin Creel. So Gavin Creel was a Broadway absolute superstar who died 2024, I think. He was diagnosed in like July 24, died in September. And like when he passed away, I've never seen such an outpouring from the Broadway community and from that musical theatre community because he was just spectacular. But like he had a really short diagnosis. It was a really short window from diagnosis to him passing away. And obviously there's no earthly way that his cancer was caused by getting a vaccine. And so when Zachary Levi spoke out about it and was like, it's what caused him to die, Laura Benanti was like, nah, sir, fuck you.
I know that name.
You wouldn't, again, she's Broadway royalty. You would know her from TV shows more so.
Okay.
But like, yeah, you speak ill of Gavin Creel, I'm afraid you're out.
Yeah.
But also the fact that he was back in RFK Jr. before he switched to Trump. Like, he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
So basically, Zachary Levi is in this movie, but fuck that guy. I hope he gets no work for the rest of his life.
Yeah, and like he has a tiny part in this, but it's just worth calling out that he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime that you can call out that someone's a piece of shit,
Yeah.
that's it's a great thing to do.
You know, it is. I think it's important. We don't do it enough.
We should start a segment on this show. Who's the piece of shit in this cast?
This week's. And if there isn't one in the cast, we just call out one of our faves.
Yeah.
Who's this week's piece of shit? Love it. I'm here for it.
Be more silly.
Yeah.
All right. So, like, there's not an awful lot more to say about this movie. There's, like, a couple of action scenes that are fine.
Yeah.
But they never really go far beyond being fine.
Yeah. And you know, actually, something I feel about this film is that it's really washed out.
Yes.
Like, just thinking of the colour palette, I know they're the Dark Elves and all that jazz, but the whole thing is just really not colourful. And, like, Asgard has previously been so beautiful. And we do see a lot of colour when we get there. But basically, it kind of shows Asgard is like, yeah, it's a bit glittering, whatever, fine. There's a bit of gold and sparkles. And then the rest of the universe is just like grey.
Yeah, it's the Game of Thronesification of the MCU.
Yes.
I think that's what this director kind of brought to it. Yeah. Also, the title of the movie is Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
The Dark World refers to Svartalfheim, which is the realm that Malekith is from.
Cool.
Which features in like 2 scenes of the movie.
If even.
Like, it's such a shit title.
Yeah.
Call it anything else.
Thor 2.
Yeah.
Done.
Thor, Fandrel's a piece of shit. Like, whatever you
Thor, wigs.
Yeah. So it's kind of a dumb title. I mean, it sounds like a nice title, Thor: The Dark World.
Yeah.
It just kind of doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we get to favorite and least favorite bits?
Yeah, sure.
All right. What's your least favorite bit?
Okay, so I have 2 least favorite bits, I guess.
Okay.
The first one is at the end. In fact, they're both towards the end, right? Where the whole shtick of this film is that all the realms are aligning and therefore there's portals and shit and we can dive between worlds by accident or on purpose.
Yeah.
So, okay, issue the first. The entire alignment of all of these realms happens to be in London.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
That worked out really well for the filming locations.
It did, yes. So that's one thing. I'll come back to that later. Another thing is that when we learn how to harness this, we are somehow able to just like zap the bad guys away.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, Jane Foster figured this out 15 seconds ago, and all of a sudden she's like, oh cool, I can just target these magic sticks or whatever with my iPad and go zap, you're in a different place now.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And it's just silly.
It's so silly.
Yeah. And then I have one more, which is for some reason right before this, when Loki and Thor have teamed up to, I don't know, defeat the Dark Elves, and they come up with some sort of ploy.
Yeah.
And I don't understand the ploy.
Yeah.
I've seen this film a number of times and I'm like, what are you going for here, lads? Basically, it looks like they're staging an argument to distract them or something. And then, like,
and then at the last minute, they're like, boom, we're working together. But it doesn't work to distract the villains.
Yeah.
It's just a mislead for the audience.
Yeah, the Dark Elves don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They just want the ether.
They're
like, give us Jane Foster. Thanks, we'll be done. And they're like, oh no, we're going to have a fight about it. Which I just think is stupid.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're very valid.
Yeah. Your least fave, or should I do my fave?
I'll do my least fave so we can end positively. Yeah. So my least favorite bits are firstly the Dark Elves. They are not threatening at all, and as I said, they just look like Power Ranger villains. So it's just very silly. It's just very, and they like run in formation like Power Ranger villains as well. Like they're just like running to get knocked down type of thing. So it's very silly. There's one like really menacing shot of them as they're about to land in their ship on Asgard, and that shot is in the trailer. But it's the only good menacing shot of the villains. So there's that. And then my second least favorite bit is just the supporting cast. I mean, they had the supporting cast in the first movie and they were good. Darcy and Selvig and that. And they were good and they worked well. But in this movie, they're just kind of there because they were in the first movie. And it just doesn't really add anything. Yeah.
Darcy's providing another bit of comic relief. Again, I love Kat Dennings. She's great.
I think most of the comic relief that she provides is her improvising.
Yeah.
So great to have her there.
Yes.
It just doesn't really do anything for the movie.
It doesn't do anything for the movie, but I must say, I think if Kat Dennings and Eric Selvig were not Kat Dennings and Eric, mixing characters and people, if they were not in the film, it would be like 15% less interesting.
Yeah, that's true.
Because she and both Stellan Skarsgård and Kat Dennings really bring a lot in terms of comic relief and a bit of brightness to it.
Yeah, they bring the energy. But
there was no need for Kat Dennings to have an intern.
No.
Like, there was no need at all for Darcy to be like, oh yeah, I've got an intern. He's an English guy. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, what were you, like, was this a local employment scheme? Like, did you have to bring in a local or something? Yeah. Bizarre.
Yeah. Okay, what about favourite bit?
So Chris O'Dowd, I was just glad to see he was there, to be honest. And then I have one bit that I enjoyed where when Cap is bringing Loki out of prison or whatever.
When Thor...
When Thor is bringing Loki out of prison, Loki does a bit of magic and transforms into Cap for a second.
Yes.
And just basically rips the piss out of Captain America. And obviously it's a Chris Evans cameo.
Yeah.
But the whole thing of like, do you want to have a rousing conversation about truth?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
real. It's lovely. It's a nice little moment. It's a lovely little bit of comedy. And it's like, ha ha ha, Cap is silly.
Yeah,
That's
it's
funny.
really fun. Great
Yeah.
little performance from Chris Evans.
So good. Yeah.
really great. I don't really have many favorite moments here, so
Yeah.
like I'm gonna throw out a couple of the, Kat Dennings improvising, "Hey Thor, how's space?"
Yes, that's so funny.
That's just like silly on-set stuff. That's really fun. Apart from that, I'm just like, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. And I'm sure they're all good people, apart from Zachary Levi.
Yeah.
Who sucks.
Yeah. I don't think anyone exited this movie going like, "That's the best one."
Yeah.
Or anything like that. I think, and actually, the director, Alan Taylor, has since come out about the movie and said, like, I made kind of a different movie and the studio edited it.
So a lot of it's on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, whether to believe that or not, who knows? Maybe he just made a shit movie and he's like, well, it's not my fault. But maybe that's true. So, yeah. Who knows?
So one thing I was thinking about watching this is that obviously the centre of the universe is Greenwich in
Yep.
London. And what I was wondering, just because I was watching it, is obviously very frequently when Irish people are portrayed in the media, in Hollywood, we are portrayed as diddly light and dee. Jesus, did you plug in your iPhone? Sure, you're going to take out the power in the whole village. Where's me shillelagh?
As soon as you said Irish people in the media, I started cringing.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, and like, considering...
Not because of us.
No.
Because of
the way it is
exactly what
portrayed.
you're
It's
saying,
like
yeah.
we never moved on from Darby O'Gill and the Little People.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know what that is, but yeah.
Well, it's basically Shillelagh the movie.
Okay.
Like, it's just nonsense.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so you haven't seen Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Firstly, Sean Connery is in it as an Irishman, even though he's Scottish. Fine.
Nope.
One of the whole themes of the film is that this lad, Darby O'Gill, is trying to capture the King of the Leprechauns so that he can harness the power of the leprechauns. So he does eventually capture King Brian, the leprechaun.
Oh my God.
And then there's a whole shtick about a banshee, which in fairness, I think they do quite like honestly to the mythology of it.
Okay.
But it's just everything is so diddly-eyed and dee.
It sounds like I can't ever
I
watch
don't know
film.
that you could. I think
Yeah.
you'd need a few drinks on board
Yeah.
now to get through it. Now, it's joyous, but it's like a million years ago and it's insane.
Yeah.
But it's that whole thing of when Irish people are portrayed, we don't have electricity.
Yeah.
And, we're still shitting outside and whatever it is.
Yeah.
I wonder when English people are portrayed, do they feel the same? Because when we're there, it's all like, hey up, those outside.
You got your pub?
What train am I going to get? Oh, you have to stay on this train to get over there. Like, it feels like a hate crime.
Yeah,
I mean, this obviously is a hate crime right
this
now.
is dreadful. We shouldn't have
But-
done that.
No, we shouldn't have at all, but let's leave it in. But like, it really just, I just wonder how a London person would
Yeah.
feel watching it, and do they feel as silly as we do when we are portrayed
Yeah.
in the media in that way.
Okay, call to action.
Yeah.
If we have any listeners in the UK and specifically London, preferably,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yeah, I just wonder how many other, countries are portrayed wonkily.
Yeah.
Uh,
I also wonder if people from other countries have the same sort of level of cringe that Irish people do.
Yeah.
We are very cringy people.
we are very cringy.
So maybe they're like, that's not how we talk, but I don't care because I'm not weird.
Yes, but as soon as I'm like, someone shows up and it's like, oh, we've got, I don't know, someone from France playing an Irish person and they're trying to do an Irish accent, and I don't know what they end up doing, but because the Irish accent is obviously, we've got like 60 million accents in this country.
Yeah.
And you're just like, what is happening here?
Yeah.
And then, of course, it brings up my 800 years and I become extraordinarily patriotic and I'm like, River Dance,
Yeah.
Kerrygold, Yar. Like, yeah. So anyway, those are my thoughts.
Very good.
And that's my question to the room.
Okay, so out of 10, what are you giving this movie?
Oh, like a 2.
Really at that?
Yeah.
point? Okay. I'm a bit more generous than you on
You
that.
are.
But I'm still only going for a 4.
Okay, 4's good. I mean, I could give it a 3. Do you know, I still had a fine time. Again, there was popcorn.
Yeah.
I got to sit on the couch for a while.
Yeah.
There are positives.
Yeah, silver linings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, I'm okay with never seeing it again.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, it's one of those ones that when I do a rewatch of all the films, I kind of dread getting to that one. I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh, I have to watch this thing again.
Yeah, because the Marvel police would come for you otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Since that was kind of a short discussion, tell me this. If you could have a superpower, what superpower would you like to have?
I think for me, it would have to be super speed.
Okay.
Simply because as a human person, I struggle with being on time for things.
No.
I know. You never would have noticed because I'm always so calm about it as well. So it's not even that I'm late and okay with it. It's that I'm late and then I panic.
Yeah.
Even though it's entirely my own fault. Apparently, it's like an anxiety reflex thing. You're like, oh, well, I'm going to procrastinate because I'm worried about that thing. So if I just avoid it, then it'll be fine. But then what happens is you're late and you're very anxious about it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, on the bus, like freaking out. It's like, I'm late. It's like, duh, this is my own fault. I hoisted by my own petard.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that would be a very useful one for me to have.
Super speed. Very good.
Yeah, just to, I mean, I'd probably still be late for things.
Yeah.
Gonna be honest.
Fair.
But I could at least have even less of an excuse.
Mm.
Yeah. What about you?
So I think it's really tough to pick a superpower, right?
It is.
Because you have to combine them, because super speed is an absolutely unbelievable one, right? But if you don't also have like super strength, what if you're sprinting down the road at 300 miles an hour and you run into a wall? If you've got super strength, you burst through the wall. If you don't,
Oh no.
you make a big splash.
Okay.
So that's one.
Hadn't considered that.
Yeah. So let's combine it. Let's say you want super speed with super strength to match.
See, I assume it was only one. I thought you could just have one.
Well, let's just cheat.
Okay.
There's no rules here. There's no rules.
We're in our own house.
So I'm going to combine my super strength with the power of supersonic flight. And I say supersonic flight because people say flight, but like imagine you could fly but just not really fast.
Like that song by the Vandals.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, where you can like it barely works.
Yeah.
But like imagine you can fly and people are like, "Oh my god, you can fly." And then you go out with your friends and you're like, "I'm going to fly." But you're still like flying at like 5 kilometers an hour.
It'd
just
be
floating
like,
above them.
you know when you see people walking along and one guy's on a bike
Yeah.
and he's just cycling really slowly alongside them and wobbling
Yeah, and
all
he's-
over the place.
Like, get off the bike, man. You're going to fall.
Just fucking walk. You're wasting everybody's time here.
Yeah, so I think if you didn't have supersonic flight and you were just flying along at like 5 or 10 kilometers an hour, you'd kind of look like a creep.
That
You
is
kind of look like
true.
you're just perving on people.
Yeah. Okay, but then do you need some sort of ability that like your lungs don't explode, or
I think
like,
the
is there another
super
piece of
strength
that?
will take care of that.
Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna just use superhero physics to say that you'll be fine.
Interesting. Okay.
Because again, if you can fly but you're not super strong, what happens if you accidentally fly into a plane? You're gone.
Okay. So I think I'd still keep super speed.
Yeah,
But I'd add the strength portion.
excellent.
Because I was considering like, okay, maybe I could just change it to teleportation and I could just go,
That's
okay,
pretty cool.
I'm late and I'm ready. Blam. But it'd be really handy to be able to paint a wall really fast
Yes,
and just get it done.
yes. Any sort of tasks, dreadful.
Yeah.
And like you still have to do them, but when they're done that quick, fine.
Yeah.
I'll
That's it.
take
At
it.
least it's finished.
Yeah, super speed's a great one.
Yeah.
Really good. All right. I've got one more thing for you.
Okay.
Since this is probably a short episode.
Yes.
I have prepared, if you're willing, I've prepared a Phase 1 MCU quiz.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
All right. So we've got 6 questions, one on each of our Avengers.
Okay.
I'm going to start out nice and easy.
Okay.
Question 1.
I'm so nervous.
Who is Iron Man's alter ego?
Tony Stark.
Boom. You are 1 for 1.
It's like, oh my God.
Amazing. All right. Question 2. What radiation turned Bruce Banner into the Hulk?
That'd be Gamma there.
Well done.
Thank you.
This one's a bit harder. What alias does Natasha Romanoff use to get the job at Stark Industries?
I know this.
I'm sure you do.
Oh. It's Natalie.
It is.
It's Natalie.
You are halfway there.
Ooh. Can you give me a hint on the surname?
It also begins with an or.
It's like a Richardson or something?
Close.
Richards.
Nope.
Roberts.
Do you know, I led you down a bad path there saying close.
Natalie.
Or you. I think there's people listening to this podcast now going, oh,
Natalie
get it.
Russian. Natalie
Nearly?
Ruski. Rubinovich.
All right, I'm going to let you mull on that one while we move on.
Oh, no, I don't know this.
I think it might come.
I don't think it's in my brain.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.
We'll come back to it.
Okay.
Question 4. Where was Thor's hammer forged?
Oh, fuck. Was it Nidavellir?
It was.
Oh, thank God. Does that happen in phase 1? Do we learn that in phase 1?
They don't say Nidavellir in phase 1, so I also would have accepted in the heart of a dying star,
Oh, okay.
which Odin does stay.
Whew. Okay.
All right, well done.
Oh my God, panic.
Question 5. What mission does Hawkeye say he remembers differently from Black Widow?
Budapest.
Well done. Which she insists on calling Budapest.
Budapest. Yep. My dad does that.
Yeah. I'm going to say nothing on that.
I also call it Paris because I know it as Paris and I don't go around calling it, oh, I'm in Paris.
Paris.
Because I'd sound like a dickhead.
Yeah.
So.
All right, last question. Steve Rogers gets jealous when he hears that Howard Stark wants to have fondue with Peggy Carter. What clarification does Stark later make? And I'll give you a bonus point if you do an impression.
Fondue is just cheese and bread, my friend.
Perfect.
What's the surname?
You don't want?
Give me a hint.
It sounds like she needs super speed. Natalie
Natalie runs a lot.
Rushman.
Rushman! Nah. If
Well-
you'd given me years, I wouldn't have gotten that.
Well, with your bonus point, you still got 6 out of 6.
Okay, thank you very much.
Well done.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Look, at least we know I can do a Dominic Cooper impression.
Yeah, a fantastic Dominic Cooper impression of his terrible, terrible accent.
Yeah, you have to do the eyebrow and everything. I wish I had a mustache I could put on just to be like, it's just cheese and bread, my friend. It's wonderful.
That movie is worth rewatching just for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that brings us to the end of Thor: The Dark World.
Thank Jesus.
This podcast was much more fun than watching the movie.
Yes, it really was.
Oh, before we finish, what is the IMDb score for Thor: The Dark World?
Oh, it is shockingly generous.
Oh,
It is 6.7 out
Wow.
of 10.
that is okay.
I don't know who they were bribing for that.
Yeah, that
Because
sounds like
it
the
is-
director has a lot of friends who was like, I'm gonna 10 stars.
And it's out like 700,000 reviews. So he has 700,000 friends.
Jesus,
But yeah.
I can barely hold down 2.
But like, yeah, I that's insane.
Yeah, crazy.
That's bonkers.
Well, all right. That brings us to a close on Thor: The Dark World.
Thanks
Thank
for the
God.
quiz.
And we'll see you next time.
All right.
Riddick's out. Thanks for listening to this episode.
You can find us on Instagram at Riddix_on or drop us an email at riddixonpodcast@gmail.com.
Feel free to leave us a review wherever you're listening and share with a friend.
See you next time.